Welcome to the Roundtable Podcast. Guys, what's going on out there in this, I don't know what you want to call it, troubled world as we speak, as everything's going on now. But guys, we hope that everyone's safe out there or being safe. I think the governor, didn't she issue something in terms of the mask? I think about people going inside of the whatever facility or something like that. I think they have to wear a mask. And I think they will be fine. I don't know how that would go about. How would you prove that? You know what I mean? But I heard the gas attendant tell this young guy today when I was going to get gas, I had my mask on and he didn't have a mask on. And I heard the my man tell him, hey, tell all your friends that they have to have a mask when they enter into a facility or they will be fine. That's what I heard the guy telling him. And I was like, wow, okay. They making it serious like that. But what you think?
I mean, I know that's the topic we're going to get into.
Yeah, that's the topic.
Today.
That's the topic. That's right. That's right.
That's
right.
So, but yeah, other than that, how was your weekend? How's your weekend been going, Tom?
Hey, it's been going. You know what I mean? It's been going. I've taken it. You know how it is. You have to take it easy. You really don't know what to do. It's nothing really to do. We had our anniversary the other day. Yeah, and
how many years?
Well,
you want to say it in public?
Yeah. Huh?
How many years are you celebrating?
Over 20 years. I don't know exactly. Over the 20 years. When you get
congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Yep. We've been hanging in there, doing what we got to do to survive, right? So, but yeah, I mean, it's actually been kind of nice. Well, has it been real hot to you?
Yeah.
It's been.
Yeah, like yesterday was the first day of relief to a degree. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love hot weather. I'll take it over winter anytime. But it's really, I mean, we've been hit with the 90s. I think they said we almost set a record with the longest stretch of 90-degree weather. I'm not sure if we set it or not, but we came really close.
I guess that pushes away the theory. I was hearing people say that that virus may not be good in heat. Come to find out, that's not true, right?
Right.
That virus.
Well, I think it's we're most of the time, at least here in Michigan, I'm hearing that if you went to a bar, so people outside. Yeah. They're all close together. And so that's the thing. It's not the air, it's the close proximity of people spitting on each other.
Right. Yeah. Those what do they call those I forgot.
Droplets.
Yeah, droplets. Yeah. Just sound gross, don't it? Droplets. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I've been driving when I was driving, because we don't live that far from the studio. So when I drive down, when I come into Farmington, it's just a little. It's a grocery store, but they have like all type of activities there, and nobody had a mask on. I mean, it was in crowds, clustered. I mean, whatever you want to call it. Nobody had masks. Probably about one or two had a mask on. And I'm like, man, are they? And then as you drive up downtown Farmington, you will see those outdoor rest, where they can eat outside. And all you see is people with no mask. There are bars and everything. I don't know if that matters if you outside, more so inside, But
well, RW3 joined us. Hey, RW3.
Oh, hey, I can't really see y'all because I don't really have a real monitor. But so I can't see, but I can't see.
Yeah, I popped in for. I wanted to get in for a few minutes because actually, I'm traveling. I'm in North Carolina, and and I'm on my way back to Michigan. So leaving Florida and Georgia, and I have some friends here, so I said, let me stop here for a few minutes and jump in the podcast for a hot moment before I get back on the road and come home, because I know on the road you'll hear all the air and all of the road. So I said, let me come here and jump in for a few.
Man, we actually gave our tickets up to fly because we were so scared. Ain't no one. Lord.
We ain't gave them up.
Well, we ain't gave them up.
They on hold
because we supposed to be going a couple of places, and we just said no, it's not the time right now. Because a relative of ours, their anniversary was the same around that time as ours. Yeah, because we was going to go. They went to
California and Las Vegas.
Yeah, and Las Vegas. I'm like,
but it wasn't really nothing to do. They already had said they didn't really have too much to do.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad that because it's really ain't nothing to do when you go in places these days. You got to know somebody.
How was North Carolina? What are you seeing out there? Are people wearing masks?
Well, actually, it's interesting. When I was in Georgia, a lot of because I wanted to see someone specifically. So, like Tone just said, a lot of things. Well, they have a lot of outside restaurants or what have you. But there isn't a lot of entertainment. So whomever you're going to see, you really have to be entertained with the residents that you're going into. But then I stopped at a gas station in South Carolina, and it was no one had. I felt like I was out of place. I had my mask on, and I didn't see other people with their mask on in the gas station.
No, I'm straight.
So I understand. I had my mask on when I was pumping gas. I had my gloves. I didn't have gloves. So it was kind of odd. But the people in the store itself, they had the glass. But the patrons, they were like, whatever. Speaking of doing, but they didn't have their masks. So I really noticed that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, just stay safe for real. Just stay safe, bro.
Yeah. I was at a luau party yesterday, or just a pool party, basically.
Partying, don't you?
Girl.
Listen, you know what? Now you see, I didn't say that though. See, you see what you noticed that on your own. I ain't even have to say it.
It really is just close friends, but yeah, I mean, this is for a younger crowd. I was kind of like a quasi chaperone, but none of them had. Like you said, RW3. I had my mask on, and I mean, I know it's a pool party. You can't get in the pool with the mask, but I don't even think they brought a mask. Like, wow. I was the only one with a mask. And so, it could have been because they felt like they were close friends and they felt comfortable, or close friends and family. So they felt comfortable, no different than we would do if we were in the house with our family. But I'm like, wow, nobody have a mask? Okay.
Yeah. But that's what's up, guys. Listen, guys, I just want to say, give the introduction. Yes. Welcome to the Roundtable Podcast, guys. Guys, we really would love for you to share and like this page. Guys, we would love for you to also go to YouTube and subscribe, like the page, and that's all those great things. As well as the whole team doesn't really know, but we also come on Spotify. We come on Anchor. Well, we come from Anchor to Spotify to Google. There's a couple of them, but you can check us out. It's really more as me on that. That's so you probably would just hear me at this present time until we figure out what we're going to do, because guys, we're still mobile. You know what I mean? We're not back at the studio because of what's been going on. So, hopefully we'll see what happens in that area in terms of the podcast on radio. But guys, you can definitely go to the Roundtable Podcast on, like I said, Spotify, on Anchor, and Google something. You'll see them. But check us out. So now we just get on in it real quick.
Yes. I'm ready to dive into this. This is getting really, really deep right here. So, guys, in this episode, we will be discussing masks and how some people feel like their constitutional rights are being stripped away because they are being mandated by the government to wear them. Some people feel that they have the right to not wear their mask according to the 14th Amendment. And I don't know, you guys already know what the 14th Amendment is. Yes, the 14th Amendment. So, guys, what do you guys think about that? Because this is getting really deep, because I heard some people then got arrested and it's just getting worse. So what's you guys' take on that?
I'll let RW3 go first, since he's only with us for a short time.
I think that, number one, I think it's a farce to assert that your constitutional rights are being violated because of that. Because, of course, the 13th Amendment in terms of abolishing slavery, but 14th Amendment speaking about, I guess, generally speaking, that, the government cannot create laws or enforce laws that would violate your constitutional rights to life, to liberty, to property. And also it talks about, have laws or enforce laws that will suppress, your basic freedoms. So my argument to that is this, and then I'll make my ultimate point. You have freedom of speech, but you can't yell fire in the airport, though. You have freedom of expression, but you cannot walk around in public places nude. So when I say that, my ultimate point about the 14th Amendment is this. All of us, when it talks about the constitutional rights, I have a right to life. So when you who have not been tested, or who may be asymptomatic, and you're walking around without a mask, you're infringing upon my constitutional right to live. Because if you are diagnosed with COVID, well, if you have you have it, but you're undiagnosed, at this point, we're in a public place and you're refusing to wear a mask, that you can infect me and I could die. So I have a right to live. So now if you're in your private home and what you do or do not do doesn't unfairly impact others in the society, in your home, that's one thing. But when you come out into society, we have shared spaces and shared resources. So you have to be aware and respectful of how what you do or do not do impact society as a whole. So I absolutely disagree.
So, but what about that person who has like a disability? Because I've been hearing that a lot, where they can't wear a mask. So how do people accommodate them? Should they not be able to go into these establishments because they can't wear a mask, or because of a disability?
Well, this is the thing about it. It's a couple of things when it comes to 504 and the ADA Act. A couple of things is when we're talking about 504, and 504 is basically the federal law in terms of access, ramps to public places, buses, trains, and things of that nature. The thing about it is businesses are required to make reasonable accommodations where it ultimately doesn't bring about undue hardship to the business, because the business needs to stay in business. So if you have a disability, what is a reasonable accommodation for you? So the point is, and then that particular person, whatever the disability is, and depending on depending upon what they're trying to access, they have to work together to provide a reasonable access. And you having access to that public place cannot threaten the lives of others. So, because for example, the fact that say you want to go to a restaurant or whatever, you not come to that restaurant that does not prevent you from being able to eat. Of course, you might want to go in there and sit down, but you can get carry out. But you coming in could threaten the lives of others. So you can still get something to eat, but is it reasonable for us to allow you in without a mask and others' lives are threatened if in fact that you have that you might be asymptomatic? So we're talking about the health of society. And sometimes there's some individual liberties or rights that may have to be sacrificed for the greater good of society. Just like when they do things eminent domain, there are people that own property, that if it's for the greater good of the city or the government or the state, they could take your property. They got to compensate you for it, but they can take it because it's for the greater good of society. So oftentimes individual liberties are sometimes sacrificed for the greater good of society.
Well, here's the thing, right? I believe that here's my thing on it, because I'm for my rights and my constitutional rights. I'm definitely for it because too many people break them every day. And a lot of those people are law enforcement who break those constitutional laws, especially for Black people. I believe that you are given the right to choice. When your choice is taken from you, what else are you going to take from me? And then what else are you going to do? See, we got to stop bending over like female. Well, no pun intended. We got to stop bending over. You get what I mean? And just taking an abuse because somebody just throw it out there. And we really just don't know how true mask and corona is. We really don't know. And out there's people who have said this over and over again. So here's my thing to this. I think that you should be given the choice. Now, what happens, I can't, guarantee you anything. As far as them getting sick or whatever, but it still should be given my choice. That is my choice. You see what I mean? So, and I guess I'm for that. I'm for, if that's your choice, this is my constitutional right to do, you know what I mean? So until those laws are broken and reestablished, then I'm for my constitutional rights.
And like I heard some people say that it's actually not a law, is actually just mandated. So that's two different things. It's not a law.
It's not a law
to wear a mask.
But they arrest, they fine.
But they are finding people. But it's just a mandate. So people are turning and twisting it and making it seem like it's a law now. So
it's an executive order. It's an executive order that Governor Whitmore put in place.
Right.
Executive Order 2020-147. So basically it's saying that, individuals are required to wear a face covering when they're in an indoor public place,
right,
or in a crowded outdoor space. So
right.
So, but I know that, but it's some people out here that's lying. I heard that people are putting up, some of these business owners are putting up signs saying, by law, you should not be saying that. You should just say executive order.
Well, they're kind of
executive order is
it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Well, no, it still have its loose ends to it, and because it's certain things that they just can't do. They can say that, and hopefully people will abide by it. But then when you start throwing people in jail for it,
right?
Let me say this. When they start throwing you in jail because of you wearing a mask, we in trouble. So we are in trouble.
So you don't agree? You don't think that we're in trouble if we continue to see COVID numbers increase?
Well,
we're not in trouble.
Here's the thing. Okay, so this is when I put on my conspiracy theory hat. I put that hat on and make sure it's tight on there real good. No, I'm not even finna go there. But okay, all I'm saying is that I guess it just depends on how you look at it. Now, I've lost people well, me not personally, but I've known people who passed away. So I know this is real. So don't I'm not making light.
Yeah, most definitely.
So because it is real. But all I'm saying is it's just one of those things now. Because here's the thing: how come all the other countries are getting their stuff in order? You know what is calming down? They taking you get what I mean? They taking control.
Are you serious?
Huh?
Are you serious? I mean, is that a rhetorical question, or you honestly don't? I mean. Well, because of our leadership. That's why.
What happened? I guess it was an after effect, so I couldn't.
Yeah, we couldn't understand what you said. It sounded like a robot or something.
Say it again.
You said the other countries, because of other countries. If you look at what the other countries are doing, they have put specific things in place in terms of the social distancing, the masks, and the things they've done, and that's why the numbers. You have some places where they've had 0 deaths. What's happening here in America is because of divisiveness and people coming from the health of the country is not number one. Politics trumps the health of the country. So since politics is more important than the lives of its citizenry, that's why we're still having these issues, because we're all over the board and the health of the country is not number one. That's why.
But
I mean, just take a look at the fact that Florida has had one of the biggest upticks of COVID cases. I mean, I don't know, Robert, you said you rolled through there. I know my parents said they went there and they had checkpoints and was going to people's houses and just all this craziness for COVID. But yet and still, you opened up Disney World. You couldn't postpone the opening of Disney World because of the uptick.
Right. But look at that. But look at this. Yep. They said that they make $1 billion a month. $1 billion a month.
Wow.
Now here's the thing. Now, do you know if you making that type of money, you know pretty much everything that's going on in politics and everything else, because everybody, I mean, you just got those connections. So here's the thing. Why in the world would you open up Disney World and is a spike in COVID? I mean, how much sense does that make? And you still just open it up again, I got my, I'm being
that's
very
true. Because why would you open it?
Yeah, it's
because they're okay with they're okay with 6,000 and 7,000 people dying a day. Their bottom line finances are more important. Right. So right now we're losing 7,000 people a day due to COVID in the United States of America. So go ahead.
No, I was going to say, just to kind of drill down this order in Michigan. So under the governor's order, businesses that are open to the public must refuse entry and service to individuals who fail to comply. The only people that are exempt are people younger than 5 years old and those who cannot medically tolerate a face covering and those who are eating or drinking. If you violate, and again, and because we were talking about law versus executive order, but the language suggests that, you are mandated. You have to follow this. Now, right. if you don't, then it's a misdemeanor subject to $500 criminal penalty.
$5 fine.
$500 fine.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm for people's. Yeah. I'm gonna say this because of who I am. Because of who I am, I'm for people's rights, and but I do understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. But to me, everything never seems the way it is, and especially in the world we live in. And I still believe, and I'm always push this, that they're planning or is getting only ready for a new world order. Mm-hmm. They're trying to take control. Mm-hmm. If we don't believe that, all you have to do is wait and see. Because you've been duped. I'm just saying that's what. But now, for my own safety, because I have a family, I choose to wear a mask. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But that's my choice. I choose because of what I understand. If this is really true, the ramifications of what can happen in this situation. So that's just my choice. Somebody else.
They didn't say like at beaches or parks or walking down the street. You know, they're saying when you go into a business, and then furthermore, let's not forget, a business is a private entity. So they have the right to, just like they say, no shoes. Like, why aren't people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I get that part.
People can say, oh, it's my right. Like Robert said, oh, it's my right to walk up in your establishment half naked. I don't have to have a shirt on. You're infringing upon my. Now, nobody's attacking that because that seems normal. You know, that seems okay. We'll go for that. But it's no different for the face mask, guys. It's no different.
So that's thing like so if a person have a choice, well, I can't get no food, so I'm gonna have to, you know, put this mask on because I want to go to the grocery store. And
just like you have to put a shirt on, just like you have to put shoes on. You can't walk up in the store with no shirt, no shoes.
Yeah, well, some things apply. You have to apply wisdom. It's so everything is, you know, I mean, you have to apply wisdom in situations. If it's going to cost you to not eat, then maybe you need to rethink this thing.
And take it off and put it on.
I mean, and gather some type of common sense in that. But my thing is that all I'm saying is that I'm for choice. You know, I'm for me having the option. I'm not like China where I don't have my liberties are very, very small. And that's why they got that's why they got control over everything, because of the control that they have over the people there.
Yeah. Well, what do you feel? So how do you feel about the ban on smoking in restaurants and other public places? I mean, to the point where you can't even be outside within so many feet of smoking. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's that you will use that to say the same thing with the face mask. I don't like that either. You know what I mean? I don't like that. You know, but see, my thing is that nicotine
is a health hazard. Just like COVID-19 is a health hazard.
Oh, I'm saying in terms of that, I kind of think that would be something that we know that's proven because of nicotine for so many years. And so I think that's more factual.
This COVID is new. This is really
hold on, y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. I want y'all to tell me so I can be clear. What is it about COVID that you're unaware of, Tom? Let me name some things and tell me what you're not clear about. We know for a fact it's a respiratory disease. We know once people get it.
We know that.
And we know that once people get it, it can attack organs and shut organs down. People can die. So I guess my question is, when we say, so we know that it's transmitted it could be person to person. The science has proven that as well. It could be person to person. It could be on surfaces or whatever. So those are some three things that are scientific.
We were against masks.
Hold on.
We were against masks.
Yeah, we never said we was against masks. I don't.
No. What I'm saying is, my point is, Lovely T said when she said about the nicotine, what's proven. What I said to you all, both of my health hazards. Both, at least the things I've mentioned, are proven. Both of them are health hazards, and both of them will kill you. I mean, I don't understand what we disagreeing at.
Debates out there. There's too
many. What are you debating? I'm asking you. What's the debate?
Well, I don't know. You ain't making sense in your statements right now. I'm just trying to understand. You just talking, but I don't understand what you're saying.
What is the debate?
Like, tell me what you're saying first so I can understand, because I'm lost for a minute.
If I can chime in and maybe offer a different set of words to explain, I guess
get what you said.
I guess RW3 is saying, like, you know, your statement. So when I mentioned the nicotine being a health hazard,
right? You
said that one of the reasons why that goes over is because there's a lot of research and a lot of evidence that proves that, you know, smoking is linked to, you know, cancers and death and is truly a health hazard.
Right.
Okay. That's the claim you were making. RW3 point was, even though we don't have 20 plus years of research,
right?
Clearly we know that it's a respiratory disease. and that it's killing folks.
Right.
So even without the 20 years of research, we know that it is a health hazard, just like we know smoking is a health hazard.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
Right.
But I'm saying is, the flu kills more people as well, just like anything else. So what I'm saying is, here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. So it'll be clear about what I'm saying, because I like to make sure I'm clear. What I'm saying to you is that I think it should be a choice. You have, this is your your constitutional rights should never be violated under no circumstances. Okay.
Do you think it should be a choice in a private establishment?
No, listen, because see, here's the thing. It wasn't, I don't know if you understand it was clear. Okay, so now, I mean, I'm a business owner, so I get it. You get what I mean? So my thing is to the business owners, that should be a choice as well. They should feel either they feel comfortable or they don't feel comfortable. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that it should be your choice, those who want to do it. Because you can argue down a whole list of things that should be something that people should just enforce. You know what I mean? They should just enforce some things. You know what I mean? So I'm saying is that you have to be careful when it comes to your rights. Yeah. That's a very slippery slope that you can lose control of. Here's the thing. Why do you think so many gun owners, and just like the militia, the black militia that went to the park?
In Georgia.
And they were moving their constitutional rights. About 1,500 of them had guns. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants their constitution. Listen, there's a whole world of people out here who don't want their constitutional rights violated. There's a whole list of people. So we got to make sure we be careful on what we say and how we say that. There's a lot of people out here. They will kill you if you mess with their constitutional rights. You could believe that, buddy. It's the truth. You see what I mean? So all I'm saying is that I'm for choice. It's whatever. If that's what you want to do, then you should do that. But if I'm going to do this, you know what I mean? I'm going to keep my feet distance from you. You know what I mean? And I make sure I don't be violated. Because there's some things that if I have a mask on, there are things that I can do. I don't have to be near you. You see what I mean?
But I have heard some people go places and they'll see somebody without a mask and they'll be like, why they ain't got a mask on?
I did that. So I freaked out. I totally freaked out when and this when it first started. You know what I mean? They first started talking. So I'm in agreement. Don't think I'm not in agreement, because I am. But I just think that somebody who can't wear it. And listen, there's a lot of believers, Christian believers out there who believe that this has something to do with something else, satanic, and there's a lot of people who don't want
and that's fine. But in the meantime, so the order does exclude religious practices or you know what I'm saying? Like religious spaces. It does exclude that for worship. But I wanted to get in a couple of comments if I can, guys. Jasmine B says that Van Buren County Sheriff's Office says it won't investigate violations of Whitmer's orders. And then Timothy Lee says America has violated rights historically since its conception. So thank you both, Jasmine and Timothy, for chiming in.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's violations and constitutional rights. They've been doing it, and they've been doing it for a long time. Yeah. Just see, here's the thing, and I'm going to go this way with it. I understand just through different quotes that different people have made. They have said that a new world order cannot form unless these people are in fear. The fear is what pushes things to change, and we have to understand that. See, I'm no dummy now. I'm no dummy. I wash my hands. probably more than the next guy. I got sanitizer in my car, get in the house and put soap and water. I mean, I follow all of the rules because I don't live by myself. You get what I mean? So I don't want to violate no one else. You get what I mean? So I do get it. You know what I mean? But I guess all I'm saying, go ahead.
Are we gonna watch a video for a second?
Yeah, we got a video.
Got,
check
Jazzy?
this. Do we have a video or is it playing?
Yeah.
Because I won't be able to see. But guys, that's all I'm saying. It's I'm not. It's no big deal to me. You know what I mean? I just believe that you do have. It should be a.
But when a person starts going,
and Whitmore said that the businesses asked, for some type of help because if they're asking these people, these people are becoming very belligerent and combative, talking about their rights. So the businesses are like, hey, we need something to help enforce this. So, and again, you're right in terms of choices. I get it. Like I said yesterday, I had a choice. Everybody in the space that I went to was not wearing a mask. So I could have said, okay, I don't feel comfortable because no one is wearing a mask. I need to remove myself from this space. Or I can make the point of, I'm going to stay and these are the things I'm going to do to, mitigate my risk. That is my choice. You know what I'm saying? I can't go into somebody else's home and dictate to them, like, y'all need to have everybody wearing a mask. Like, I see what you're saying in that regard, but a public space, a shared space, a business, like I
agree with you on that. I don't disagree with you. See, if you own your own business, that's so now this is my right. Now it may make me lose sales, you know what I mean? And people may remember me and not come back. I mean, but that's just your chance that you take. But my thing is that I can also put a glass up. You know what I mean? So when they come in, I can still service them if it's possible.
So, but what happens though? The point that I'm talking about is when you start getting put in jail.
No, it's a problem.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a problem.
That's the problem right there.
That's my fear.
Yeah. So let's watch this video real quick.
Let's watch this video.
Cut it up.
We can't hear it.
That's right.
Turn it up.
Yeah. Protesting a proposed mask mandate, which city leaders ultimately decided against. You're watching NBC2 News 11. I'm Lisa Swift.
Okay.
The 3 people arrested at the meeting are all from out.
Yeah, the sound.
Is this something else? Okay, so
we're gonna run it real. We're gonna run it back real quick.
Yeah. The audio. She had to turn that audio up.
So.
Looking into their arrest.
Let us know if you can hear it, guys.
No mask mandate means for you.
All 3 people rushed past police by trying to go up this restricted stairwell. They kept trying to push past points of security, and that's why police arrested them for resisting without violence, disturbing a lawful assembly, and trespassing after a warning.
I'm being arrested because I refuse to wear a mask. I want y'all to hear. This is demonic, folks.
A mask or no
she said
mask
it's demonic.
Turned tense before the council meeting even started.
Get the phone out of my face.
Police arrested Kenneth Scott, Edmee Chavons, and Bevelyn Beatty, all of whom are from out of state. All 3 have been previously arrested at protests around the country.
I'm being arrested because I refuse to wear a mask.
A 13-year-old boy also claims he was shoved by an officer tonight outside City Hall while he was recording.
This is
the arrest.
dangerous.
I felt threatened from what he did. I really, truly don't believe in getting arrested for speaking your own mind.
As tensions calmed down, a heated discussion began between pro and anti-maskers.
That's enough. We don't have to play it all
right.
Just go ahead and cut it.
All right.
So guys, what do we think about that?
Go ahead,
Matter of fact, it's good that she got arrested, and she should have gotten arrested. Wow. And if I was an officer, I'd slapped around a little bit when I was putting her in the car, me and my partner. And this is my thing about constitutional rights. Also in the Constitution, it says this. It says they shall not create those laws and try to enforce those laws without you having an opportunity to grieve it or take it to court. So the point is, what they said, you know what? If there's the law or there's an executive order, I'm not going to go through the court system because the Constitution says they have to allow you the right to grieve it and go through the court system. But what they're doing is, I'm going to try to shortcut. I'm just going to bully my way and ignore the executive order or ignore the mandate. How come they just can't get a lawyer and go to court? Because the Constitution says we can't do it with now. If they're prevented if they have been prevented the right to go to court and fight it, now that's a violation. But how come they just won't go to court? I want somebody to tell me that.
Well, I didn't know.
So he said, why they not taking it to court instead of just going in and trying to fight these people that's going in and saying, that's getting took into jail or whatever?
What you mean? But why do they need to go through all of that? Why do they have to?
Because that's the Constitution, Tone. That's what the Constitution says.
What I'm saying is this. Listen to what I'm saying. These are people who live their lives every day. They may not have the money to go to court right? to do anything, but they're seeing that that this is. You have to understand something. This is not normal. So when this is not normal, mentally people shut down. You're supposed to be the counselor, but I'm just saying, because this is something that they've not used to dealing with. So some of these people are still in denial. They don't. It is what it is. So I don't know how to feed it. I don't know how to read into it. All I can tell you is that these people are this is something traumatic. This probably be even a traumatic experience for these individuals. Yeah. But I'm saying is you gotta use your. Well, I use my brain to say you just can't throw this on people and say it's mandated that everybody does this. Because, see, from my understanding, from where I live, it was more in one part of this. Well, it was more. I don't want to say the name. That's part of the city than it was in mine, and it was half of these people wasn't even wearing masks. I didn't even wear. Because you.
Tone, these people got money. They're going from city to city, Tone. They're going to different cities, getting arrested on purpose. So they do have money.
But not just these.
Yeah, let's not be fooled. These are organized anarchists or groups of folks that infiltrate and opportunists who see opportunity.
Let's look at the narrative. Let's look at this as a educated moment, a studying moment. Let's do this. How will we do that? I'm not saying what this person is about. We obviously we don't know anything about what's going on. This could be a fake, like you just said. But I'm saying, looking at what's going on and what she's saying, now to me, that still sounds weird because you still arresting a person because of something that they probably can't do. You know what I mean? Or should be exempt from even wearing a mask. You know what I mean? So my thing is that I don't know their situation, but all I'm saying is this person should still be given a choice. If you wearing a mask, then you know what I mean? You put
so it's almost like you run a red light or you do something that sends you to jail.
Yeah, that's not right.
Oh, wait, let's go back to that, Lady B. Why do we have traffic lights? Why do we even have rules? Why do we have laws, rules? Why are they even
nobody won't get killed?
So people won't so nobody won't get run into each other. So they won't have a little control. It's for control.
But shouldn't they have a choice?
Keep the traffic.
Shouldn't they be able to choose? Like I'm gonna choose because I need to get to where I need to go. Maybe I should just choose to ride straight through this street. Why should I have to follow laws? That's infringing upon my rights.
No, that's not infringing on your rights. Because that's not infringing on your personal rights to kill somebody in terms of in a car accident. You know, because you're gonna have more car accidents. There's already more car accidents than pretty much anything else. So I don't know if I will use that one.
Yeah.
But the same holds true if you don't wear. Okay, so I think if we delve deep, because I know you went there a little bit with the conspiracy theory part, there must be a belief somewhere in your, belief system that either wearing masks don't prevent the spread, or it is not COVID-19 that's killing all these people. It's something else deeper and darker. Like, there has to be something in your belief system that because clearly you say for yourself and your family, you would put on a mask. People who don't wear masks scare you. But as an overall rule for society, in order for society to remain safe, you don't agree. So I'm just wondering, is there something in your belief system that thinks that wearing masks is not an effective measure to reduce the health risk?
No, we're not saying we don't believe that no one should not wear. We don't believe in the mandate of enforcement of jail and putting people in jail because they won't put on a mask. That's what I don't believe in that part. But yeah, I do believe that everyone should be wearing masks, but not going to jail.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this question then. Let me ask you this question. Go ahead. Okay. Like, I think we all agree that I was in South Carolina. The fact that the people were coming out this gas station and didn't have masks on out in the open, that's your choice. So I don't disagree with that. That should be. My issue is, just like we saw the people in the video, they were trying to force their way into a closed area where the area is saying that you need to have a mask on. So my issue is, if you try to force your way into an establishment or force your way into a place without the mask, should you be held accountable for that?
But I think one thing leads to another. I mean, just because it's that way, it can start leading to other places where you can't come into something else without a mask. It's going to get deeper and deeper and deeper.
You know it's going to get deeper. Hold on. Listen, guys, this is where it's going to get
deeper. But y'all didn't answer my question.
Well,
y'all didn't answer my question.
She said I jumped in. Said it again because I didn't really say it one more time. What?
My question is, like on the video we just saw, if it's a place where you're trying to access, and it says in order to access this establishment, you need to have a mask. If you're outside the establishment or you walking around the street, the police ain't pulling you over. If you just out in the open at a park, the police or the beach, no one's bothering you. But when you try to enter establishments and the establishment rules is that you must wear a mask, should that person, they keep trying to force their way into it, should they be locked up or fined? Is that okay?
They should be neither. Let me tell you, they should be neither locked up or fined. They should be, but they shouldn't be permitted to enter into the building.
Right.
Whether even if they got to just.
What if they keep trying? Tell you didn't answer. They keep trying to come in. That's what I'm saying. They keep trying to force their way in.
Right. You asking
what
me
should happen?
What should happen to her
if you're trying to force their way in?
What I'm telling you, I'm telling you what I said, that I don't believe that this person should be arrested or fined, but you should not be permitted to enter the building because that's what they're doing. Now, if they change the law, something like you're breaking an entry or you're trespassing, where that breaks the law, then I mean, it's already in place where they can be arrested based on other laws, not COVID. But saying you're trespassing because of this, or you know what I mean? They have different codes that they can arrest them on. Trust me, they'll find a way. But
and that's actually what the arrest was about. I mean, I'll use one of RW3 words. They're conflating two different things, because the arrest was about them continuing to try to trespass on private property. With, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't about they didn't have a mask on. It was they didn't have a mask on and they were trying to trespass on private property.
Right.
That's what elevated it to an arrest. But when people see that,
I get it.
But because of the messaging, because she's shouting, they're arresting me because I don't have on a mask. then the narrative becomes, oh, she got arrested because she didn't have a mask on. No, she got arrested because she was trying to trespass on private property without a mask.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. Let's not look at just this one. Let's look at one that just happened. Like I said, it just happened today. I went to the gas station, right? This young boy pulled up. He went in the gas station without a mask. I went in the gas station with my mask on, right? And then I went to the ATM, and like I said, I overheard the attendant tell the young man, hey, listen, tell all your friends that you need to wear a mask when you come in these facilities, or you will be, they can find you. You can be fined. You know what I mean? So I forgot what my point was. What was I talking about?
I think with the numbers, you know what, Tone, to give credit to your point, I think once we have a general, like a better hold on this virus, on this pandemic, I think perhaps that the governor or even the president may come out and say, like, businesses can elect to continue the must wear a mask order, or you know, it could be a choice for the businesses. But I think right now, you know, because it's still very new, and states are still trying, you know, we so happen to have a governor that seems to be very sensitive to this and is siding on what's best for people's health versus what's best for the Michigan economy. Some governors side differently, like in Florida, where they got Disney World open. But I'm saying we just so happen to have a governor that takes that side. So her decisions are going to lean towards the public health safety first. Right. But maybe later on, perhaps down the line, you know, it will become a choice. But right now, she's doing what is in the best interest of the public health of Michiganders. And then I just wanted to shout out Eugene Mac Justice McDonald. He says, although I don't agree with their methods, the only way to take something to court is to actually violate that law, be arrested. Indian protests for fight from the stands that your rights were violated. He also has a couple of others. He says, this is no different than no shoes, no shirt, no service in an establishment. And then he says, a law without punishment, enforcement, or fine is no good. So Lady B, you said what bothers you is the arresting. What about the fine? I mean, is that an acceptable punishment for not following the law, or what would you feel is fit punishment?
No, I wouldn't think. I think education is is crucial. Some people are ignorant to really what is going on. So I think more education and then just say, oh, I'm gonna give you a fine, or I'm gonna lock you up. I think people need to be educated more about this. That's just my point.
But you know, I think we need to make sure I don't know if it's law. I don't know if it's law. I need to do research in that area because I don't think it is. Yeah. So I need to.
Yeah, it's an executive order, and for those listening who want to look it up, it's executive order. One second. It's executive order 2020-147.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so it's, you know, I don't really know about in terms of breaking the law. Am I breaking the law? And I don't know if it's gotten that serious. But my thing is that, you know, these people know how to work around the law. Because what's going to happen when? Are you going to get vaccinated? Lovely thing. What do you think about the vaccination? Would you get vaccinated if they say that you have to be vaccinated in order to move in this society?
You know, I guess I'm one of the dinosaurs because I still believe in vaccinations. I know there's a lot of people that don't, and I respect, you know, their perspective. But me and mine, we would get the vaccination. Just like, I mean, and that's just like at my job. My job put out a order saying, you know, you must get a flu vaccination or take your CTO during the flu season. So, I mean, ultimately people had a choice. they could either come to work and get paid, or they can run out their CTO time or not get a paycheck. So that was their choice. But the company made it clear where they stand. You must get a flu vaccination if you want to continue to work here. So,
but listen, let me ask you this: if you look at what's going on with Bill Gates and dealing with these vaccinations, and how they were trying to test it on people in Africa, and how so many of them were dying. My thing is that I get it, because I was vaccinated when I was young. You know what I mean? Before, but ever since then I never were. But my thing is that, I think that's what is leading up to. I guess that's what I'm saying. I think this is going to be the ultimate. Well, that's going to be the max. You know what I mean? Where it's going to be where you have to be vaccinated,
and it's going to be a law behind that too, and prison, jail time too.
Yeah, they'll force that because I think they even trying to. I think they were doing that in one of the states. I can't think of the name of the state, but I think it was something dealing with violating their rights. And they were pushing out a law saying that you can't be exempt. You just can't go to your doctor and say, hey, listen, we don't want to do it. No, you have to do it to get into school. So they were making it a law. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, to be vaccinated. You know what I mean? So
your rights is slowly but surely being stripped away.
We also didn't see, malaria take over in the schools. And actually, since more and more people have decided not to vaccinate, you're starting to see things like, malaria pop back up. Something that was like almost, I can't think of the word, but, almost totally taken off the map. When people were getting vaccinated. So, I mean, I think, you constantly have to put the scale to the test in terms of what is the greater good, and I do agree, and I do respect that, it is a slippery slope. But I mean, this isn't the only aspect of our lives that is being, questioned in that manner. When you think about security, and the fact that we have security cameras everywhere, what about our privacy? It's privacy versus, anti-terrorism, So, I mean, it's like there are many, as we progress as a people, we have to begin to think differently of, what freedom really looks like in terms of what's best for the greater good. So it's a constant, like I say, it's a constant scale of, pros and cons, and I don't think
the 14th Amendment is looking kind of not good. It's kind of like diminishing a little bit. Well, the 14th Amendment.
But don't you believe that? I guess all I'm saying is that I know that it's gonna come down to what Lovely T is saying. What I'm saying is that these are going to be factors in a little bit. What she's saying and what I'm saying as well about choice. But here's the thing. That's what it's going to be left up to. It's going to be left up to what you believe is your God. You have God-given rights as well as constitutional. You have, and there's people who speak on that there's a God-given right that they have. You know what I mean? So my thing is that, there's a whole lot of I don't even know, it may be split, but a lot of people who just believe in their choices, as well as not you taking my rights. And like Lovely T said, when you talked about the different things that they had, the cameras and everything, but that's so true. But here it goes. Because of, and see, I'm gonna say some things, I'm gonna throw these little snippets out. Because of America being a country that's so-called free and has been free for forever, where other countries hasn't. There's been so many rules enforced on them, whatever you want to call it, where they have them really tight. Even some countries to get allowances. I think Cuba, some of the doctors was getting like $25 a month.
Wow.
Doctors, when I was looking at the documentary over there. So, but it's sold together. Listen, I don't care what nobody say. What do you think the word means? New world order. What do you think that means? That means that's exactly what it is. They're going to erase the old order,
way of doing things.
And they're going to move in a new one, and they're slowly doing it. The greater good to me means, actually, I don't even really know what that means, the greater good anymore, because your good don't have to necessarily be my good. Your good could actually be evil. You know what I mean? Because the Bible says sometimes your good will be spoken evil of. So the word good to me, I don't know what that means, because I don't know what your good and your intent is for my life. You see what I mean? Because it's gonna, trust me, it's gonna come down to some things that's gonna step into your side, your door. It just haven't gotten there yet. Oh, trust me, it's coming. It's coming.
Well, I don't know if we're in the crux of that right now, but I think we're certainly at, you know, I don't know if it's the pinnacle. I don't know. You know, I don't know what the future holds, but I know that we are definitely in that process of push and pull, of what, you know, what values we want to push forward and move forward as a nation.
That's right.
So this is, you know, this is the mix that we're in right now. So we'll just have to see, you know, again, what values end up being pushed forward and what values end up being, you know, laid to the wayside.
Yeah, I mean, right. There's going to be, well, see, I've already.
Great point, Tony. Eugene said, great point.
Yeah, I mean, but that's where it's coming down to, and it's slowly happening. See, you got to understand. My point was, this was my whole point. When I just started rambling, but my point was, America, every president and whoever, they already know that you just can't stick America and they just gonna go for it because of these people being free all of their lives. And when I mean that, I don't mean black society. I mean white society. White society is not going to buy with what a lot of these other countries have been buying. They're not going to do it.
They've been spoiled.
Yeah, they've been spoiled all their lives. So it's not, they're not going to buy it. So what am I saying? They know that if they inject them a little, I think this, I don't know who made this statement. He said, if you take a mice and you put a mice in a pot, he said the mice is going to, you turn the fire up. And he said, you put the mice in the pot. It was a turtle or maybe it was a mice, but I'll jump with the mice. The mice jumped out of that pot. No, it was a turtle who started making, trying to get out of the pot. So he took the turtle out of the pot. He said, so he knew that the turtle will react quick to the fire and reject it. You get what I mean? So he said, now he said he put water in the pot, set the turtle in the water, and then turned the eye up, by bit. And then it heated up before they didn't know they were consumed. Exactly. So what am I saying? I'm saying that's what's been going on to your liberties for years.
That's right.
All you have to do is look at how slowly but surely things have been taken from you, taken from you. America is a hard country to control because of its European people here.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, people, especially, white people who walk in a privileged space, whether they want to accept that or not, like you say, they are not used to having their privilege compromised.
Right.
So, yeah, I do 100% agree with that.
But in saying that, I'm saying my point to that is that's why they're slowly doing what they're doing to you. They know you're not gonna. I remember when they did a poll when they said about the New World Order. If it was a New World Order, how many people would vote on it? And it didn't get no votes. Nobody said they would vote on it. You know what I mean? So
they had to come with another plan.
Yeah, they knew. Listen, America is not going for the okie doke. That's why they got to slow dose your food and kill you. They got to slow dose your medication and kill you. They got to slow dose the drugs and the liquor and kill you. They got to do things real slow. I mean, and that's what they've been doing. And in terms of that, but they're still adding and taking away your rights. Taking away the biggest one that they're trying to take away that's been on the table for so long is the right to bear arms. They've been trying to do, if they can get that, then they can really push in a new world order because people aren't going to retaliate. You know what I mean? So don't get it twisted, people. The mask is just a sign. It's just it's just a little that's what it is. It's to see what you would do. I mean,
no, I disagree.
I totally agree.
I know what you're saying. I do respect, I guess, your perspective. But if the New World Order was, even predicted, and if it's prophetic, if it was, predicted in the Bible, then it's inevitable. It's going to come, whether we want it or not. So I would rather have some control or perceived control, because really control is a perception of what, again, how that's shaped, how that New World Order is shaped, because inevitably it's going to happen. I don't care what America does. It's been stated so. So again, I would rather have some say so in terms of how it's shaped than to, continue to battle the inevitable.
But what do they have to do with the mark of the beast? What would that? What if? See, this is what I'm saying. It's inevitable, like you said. That's right. It's gonna happen, and that's 100% right. And that's I think that's the punchline. You know what I mean? So, but here's the thing. See, even though it's going to happen, it doesn't necessarily mean you're supposed to go with it. And see, that's the other part to that. Because my thing is, if they have something, the mark of the beast, there's even people who's now even talking about how real this thing is, and whether you believe it. I mean, there's even presidents who talked about the New World Order. I mean, there's so many people.
But we also know that history repeats itself, and we've had other pandemics throughout history. And, we've learned lessons, if we don't, and I hate to sound anything like, 45, but if we don't learn the lessons of the past, the saying is that we're doomed to repeat it, And so I in this particular case, and I know we can go deep with it overall, but I think in this particular case, when you talk about Michigan, okay, when you talk about the disparity of who this virus is killing, not just I contracted it, because again, anyone can contract it, but disproportionately, we know that people of color in Michigan is who this virus is killing. So for me, anything, and like you say, exercising my right to uphold what I feel or deem is important. Anything that she comes out with that supports keeping this virus at bay, I am all for it. And I have that choice. So that's where I think.
Yeah, we all. I mean, me as well. I mean, well, some of us aren't, but I'm saying that. All I'm saying is that I get it. I understand. We got to follow. I get it, and I'm not telling anyone to do anything that's going to be against the law. I'm definitely not saying that, but I am saying that everyone has a choice, and their choice should be used. I think that this is a test. I think this is testing the world out. I think this is testing America out. I think this is bigger than me and you can never believe. And I don't believe that this is just something that just happened automatically. These people been planning this thing out for years just to deceive you. They want to take all of your rights away from you so that you will continue to be a slave in this great country, or what you will call a great country. America. You know what I mean? So I mean, I believe this is way bigger than that. I think this is just, I mean, it's ironic. As soon as you come into a first year, all of these things happen where a sergeant or a general get blown up. I mean, this within a, and then here it is. And here's the thing. Now, here it go. I mean, I'm going, well, I only could go on. I'm only telling this guy's story. I wish I'd have played his, and then we could have seen what we thought about it. But, and he has, okay, so here it go. it's guys, he's a pastor, and he's talking about this dream that he had. I don't want to go into the dream because we're not talking about religion, but I am saying in that aspect. But I'm saying he was saying how God showed him this was going to happen. You see what I mean? And he had other witnesses who said that they remember, and they are older guys. They're not young guys trying to hustle. I mean, and they were telling, he told that to them, and they remember it. And some guys even say, "Oh my God, that dream! I remember you told us." And so what I'm saying is that this is to me, it's just, I don't like to play around with it. I just believe that this is a bigger picture. It's just part of it, and there's more to come. You know what I mean? We're not out of it yet, guys.
Oh no,
it's more to come. I'm going to tell you guys that now. There's more to come, and it's to all take away those things that you love so much, those liberties.
Well,
but if I was go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Eugene had another comment. He says fear of safety versus rights and civil liberties. And with all due respect, Eugene, like I don't think it's fear. Like when you say fear of safety, to me, especially now, there's a negative connotation to fear because it's like, oh, we can't fear ourselves into whatever. I don't think it's fear. I think it's prudence. And I think there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? When you have the facts and you're making decisions based on those facts, there might be some level of fear, some level of healthy fear, but I think more importantly, it's prudence. It's error on the side of safety, not fearful that you're making these decisions out of fear. So I just wanted to push back on that a little bit, but.
Well, and see, here's the thing. Our other thing is that the vaccine. Okay, so it's they're all they're saying in layman's term is that, guys, we need you to wear this mask now until the vaccine things is ready. That's all they're saying.
Right.
They just say, hey guys, just be safe. Don't get around. Oh, don't get around each other. This is what I do believe. I do believe that business owners have their own right to allow people in their stores, who they want in, who they don't want in. I believe that, just like when I remember it was a time when I guess it was a gay couple went into some type of, I think they were making a cake place. And I think that the person refused to service them. Now, obviously they got in trouble, but that was their rights. And then they will remember the lady who didn't want to marry the gay couple. I don't have anything against gay people. I'm just talking about these different things, just so you know, guys. So, but my thing is that, that was that person's right. They felt that they didn't have to. And guess what? She ended up winning. They ended up putting it in her right. She went to jail. You know what I mean? They let her out, but then she ended up not having if she felt that was violating her own rights. You know what I mean? So whatever rights is yours, I just believe in people's rights. You know what I mean? And that's just, I guess that's all I'm saying. I believe, and I think that when we play around with that, it begins to get dangerous because whose favor is it becoming in now? Think about it. If you change my rights, who favor are you putting it in? You get what I mean? Who favor?
Well, again, for me, one battle at a time for me. So in this particular battle in Michigan, what the governor has decided to do, to me, is in the favor of the health of the people that are being impacted by this COVID-19 the most. That's the way I see it. One battle at a time. Now, we get to something else. Like you say, there's more to come. I absolutely believe that. We get to something else where they're infringing upon our rights. I may feel differently. But in this situation, this battle in Michigan, I feel that the decisions are in favor of the people that are being impacted the most by this virus, who happen to be people that look like me. So that's where I stand.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's your right. That's your choice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what God gave us, our choices. And we should definitely pull towards our own choices and our own rights.
That's right.
And here's the thing. We should fight against, now this is what I do believe. We should fight against those things that we do believe violate those rights. So that's what you should do. It's not because somebody issue an order that is right. That don't mean anything, because if that's the case, then nobody would put her in court and sue her. So always don't believe when somebody lays something down, it's in stone and you got it. No, you could, if you just get a lot of people gathered together, sign a whatever you're gonna sign, you
Petition.
guys go down there, petition, and you can change that. So never think because somebody says it that's it's in stone. No, that's not true. You know what I mean? So always believe that you have rights. And that's what side I'm on. I'm on the side of rights. I mean, and that has
RW3 said it earlier. You know, it even says in the Constitution that you had, you know, that along with the pursuit of happiness and you know, property and those things, that you know, you can take it to court. you know, to have it, you know, disputed. So that's also in there. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, let's get on to the next. What's the next topic,
so guys,
real quick? What time?
So well, this thing been ringing. It's been blowing up the internet anyway. I don't know if you guys seen it. I mean, it ain't like we're gonna talk about it. Ain't no, you know, they can do what they want to do. They grown, but we still gonna kind of talk about it because it's kind of trending. So we're gonna get into our title, nothing but the truth. So help me God. So in this episode, we about to go to the next episode, guys. We thank you guys for tuning in to the round table. Stay on, don't go away.
That's right.
That's right.
So we're going to be talking about August Alsina and his interview he had with Angela Yee. August, a multi-platinum artist who just dropped his record last Friday of his long-awaited new album, The Product, State of Emergency. But during his interview, he talked about a few things, but what stood out was he opened up about his relationship with Jada Pinkett. There have been rumors for some time about their relationship, and August goes on to talk about how Will allegedly gave him the passage of right to sleep with Jada. And I don't know if you guys gotten a chance to see the Red Table Talk. Will and Jada came to the table. I don't know if you.
So are we gonna play a snippet of it?
Oh my goodness, I didn't even grab it, but maybe we can grab it real quick. But yeah, they came to the table, and Jada, she said it's an entanglement. She called it an entanglement, not an affair, but an entanglement. And she said I guess she felt at that time they were separated. Her and Will were separated.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And so he, you know, I guess that's when her and August, he came on as just like somebody they were helping. He was going through a lot of issues. He was going through like a drug addiction. He was going through like some mental things. And so they brought him on as kind of like helping him. So I guess him and Jada, some kind of way, they came tangled. They entangled with each other.
That's the word. That's the new word.
That's a new word. And so she said that, I mean, hey.
Now that's going to be the law now. Everybody going to use that.
Entanglement. Entanglement. So, but the look on Will's face, a lot of people was talking about the way he was looking in the video on the Red Table Talk. He had a look like it was just like he was like hurting, like man, you know, even though that happened, they both did their own thing. Because they said Will did some things too. But he had a look on his face that was just really, it was crazy. That's all I can say. But
so what are we looking at? Are we saying that who's right?
Man can never really, right. What is the question? What?
So the thing about it, I mean, it's just kind of more like we're just trying to say, like it's just more of a talk of what's trending. So he's saying,
what do we think about it?
Yeah, because at first they were saying Will and Jada were not responding, and it was like as if August was just, you know, it wasn't true what he was saying. Right. And so until they came to the table.
And my thing is my flip on it is that I think that they are excellent in terms of pushing out something that they're trying to get out, because his CD is due to drop. Right. You know what I mean? So, I mean, my thing is I don't, and then it also helps the Red Table because we using their words, which I shouldn't even use. I know. So what I'm thinking is, so I don't know. I don't know. These people, they trying to get that money. You know what I mean?
So y'all think it's all of just a marketing thing?
Publicity stunt.
Yeah, do y'all think so?
Me personally, I think so.
What do our audience think?
Because everybody had already known that. Well,
they were in an open relationship, right?
Yeah, allegedly, they've already known that they had an open relationship. Allegedly, that Jay, him and his wife, him and Will, and they were, it was open. So I don't. That's the weird thing about it, and people have been knowing that it's been out there for a long time.
But they kept denying it for a long time. That's what
they had an open relationship.
Yeah,
I thought I heard them. I don't know. Allegedly, I got to make sure we use the word allegedly.
So the thing about it, it's a lot of people that always looked up to Jada and Will.
Right.
There's a lot of people out there say, "Oh, this is the best couple in the industry," and we heard so much of that.
Okay, so allegedly, I was on. Well, that's not alleged. I was on YouTube and I was looking, guys. I want y'all to, when I make this statement, because it's gonna be a harsh statement. So it's not me who's saying it. It's you know how they have those commentaries that be on, they be talking about what's hot and the gossip stuff. I was looking at one of them. And on that, on their platform, the lady made the statement that that Will Smith slept with Beyonce, and Jay knew about it because Beyonce wanted to sleep with him. And that's here. Listen, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's
we're not saying that.
I'm saying no. Antonio not saying that. I'm telling you that's what's inside of the video that was posted. And then listen, I've heard a lot of more rumors. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube was flagging around with people saying that I mean, that's how they get.
Will Smith slept with Beyonce.
Yeah, that was what was on the commentator. That's what she was talking about, because she was saying how Hollywood is laying like that.
They laying like that.
They don't. Yeah, they always in that. Yeah. So I'm saying, but they indicated Will Smith. So what I mean? So I mean, what you gonna say about that? I mean, and he's been indicated in a lot of other areas. You know what I mean, with men and everything else, and that's on YouTube. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you what YouTube is saying. So allegedly, if you want to throw allegedly up there, whatever. But all I'm I guess that rumor had to me been out for a long time that they was laying like that.
Well, I was engaged in conversation yesterday amongst a really good group of people, and the twist to the conversation was, did Jada, molest this guy, or not molest is a strong word, because I mean he is like 22, but did she take advantage of this boy?
Yeah.
You say of course she did.
I mean, she's
the term Harvey Weinstein came up. They said like she Harvey Weinsteined him.
Yeah, me too.
You agree?
Me too. Men, we should do our own, right? No, I don't. But I mean, obviously, to me, just by the age difference and the experience in life and in a successful life, as it would be. So they would say that obviously the abuse. You get what I mean? They could persuade, she could persuade him or and get things out of him. He obviously have a career that she can help push financially. You get what I mean? So there's a lot in that I think that she can abuse the relationship.
I know I kept hearing that life partnership thing. I know for like a little while. Were you guys hearing that? Where they kept
between Jada and Will?
Yeah.
They're life partners.
She said it, remember? She said she don't care what happened. I'll always take. She said if he lose money, go broke, whatever it is, she said she gonna always take care of him.
She said that to who? About who?
That's what Jada. That's what she said about Will. That no matter what happens,
Even on this last round table, they said at the end, they said even when they did bad Marriage for Life, and they did this on the round table with their fists. So they
some people look at that as financially, and there's another mental stability in this situation. What am I saying? I'm saying that they say, okay, this works for us. You know what I mean? We getting this money. I like how you do your thing, but I also got this this little fire burning in me too, and as well as you might have. So hey, I tell you what, let's we're gonna keep this together, but we're gonna still do what we do. And and they agreed to that.
Right.
So that's their life partnership.
Now, Tone, I have to throw out there, Eugene said he too. So I think that was his version of me too for the guys.
Right. Oh, he too. That's a good one. He too. I like he too. I should put that on my shirt instead of how they say all lives matter. I should put he too on there. Instead of saying because of me too, he too. You know, I mean, that's one of his situations.
Yeah.
Jada. Now, if I ain't gonna throw that out there because I don't want nobody to take a hold of that. But that is arguable. I mean, I don't know. No, I don't. It wasn't any rape involved there. And then
I think it was consensual, but I do think, like you said, because of the power differential, you know what I mean? Like the onus really lies on her shoulders and not his, because she was much more mature. She had resources.
Yeah.
You know, so even if he did have a lust for her, she knew. She knew better. You know what I mean? And that's not just, so she knew better.
Right.
You know, because I think it was said that he had never loved like that before, or you know what I'm saying? So when you take someone that's so vulnerable, you know, even as counselors, right? We have to, that's why we have ethics. That's why we cannot get into relationships with our clients, because you know, we step into a space where they're extremely vulnerable. And if you're able to help pull them out of that, man, they have an admiration for you like no other. But you know that it's just a professional thing that you do the same for them as you would any other client. So when you begin to cross that line and blur that boundary, you know what I'm saying? Like it really could have gone so many different ways because he was so empty. You know what I'm saying? And so the little bit that she did feel into him, he admired it so much. He could have been a stalker, anything. You know what I'm saying? And the onus would have been on her because, you know, find somebody that's equal. Like I even get the Beyonce and the Will. At least they're on the same kind of, you know, they're in the same circle. But, you know, you chose to deal with somebody that wasn't. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
But that's how I look at this, and I say, I don't know. This is a hustle. This is a money grab. I think this is a money grab for me. They try, you know. I think this is I believe this is a money grab. Yeah, they trying to get the bag. You know what I mean? And they try. He trying to get it. You know, they already have it. You know what I mean? So they trying to help him get the bag. And then you know, Will. I don't know. I don't know whose label he signed to either.
I was gonna say. Do they get any kickback from this guy's record? Do we know?
I don't know. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
But you know, all of them, they already cool. I mean, you know, you cool if you got somebody.
Did you hear about that 50 Cent? What 50 Cent said to Will?
What did he say?
I want to pull it up, but he asked him, was he cool over there? And I guess I'm gonna find it. Will say, yeah, I'm cool. Then he said something. Hold on. I gotta pull it up because Will said, okay, he said, okay, right here it go. He said, hey, you cool over there? And then Will said, yeah, I'm cool. Let me go. We broke up, so she did her and I did me. And then 50 Cent said, then she said only she can get permission for somebody to blow her back out. 50 Cent pushed that, and then Will said, F you, 50 Cent. So, you know.
Well, I mean, it sounds like Will may have engaged in his own affairs, you know, and the point is, like, did Will go to Jada and say, you know, I'm gonna get mine in? Is that okay? Yeah. Or was it just Jada having to go to Will and get permission?
Right. Well, who knows? I mean, you know, it's just weird to me.
It's weird
it's weird. I mean, I'm saying
it's not weird when you're in that type of industry.
Well, if you're in that type of, and then we don't know, they could be swingers. I mean, who knows? Who really knows what's going on in that situation? But my thing is, I think in this situation is about that bag. I really believe it's about that bag, and they're trying. And you know how somebody else just did something recently where they caused a controversy so they can push out something. I can't think of what it was, but it was just recently.
yeah.
I think that's what they do. I
that's
think that's
part
what
of
they really do.
They marketing strategy.
Yeah, because I really don't care.
Yeah,
I mean, like you say, it's what's trending.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, it was trending,
yeah.
so that's the only reason I wanted to grab on
but
it.
But then how can some friend and y'all, everybody, I mean, how many people who just didn't really know, if they've been following their lives, that these people have been proclaimed swing. Now I don't know if I want to use the word swinger, but just
open
relationship. I mean, so maybe it's because it's the artist, my man, you know what I mean, it's connected to it with Jada. But my thing is that makes it even more so. The reason why you should plug it, because you're pushing your CD. It makes people remember you now. You know what I mean? Oh yeah,
exactly. How many more people are now interested in this guy's song?
His CD,
exactly.
His song.
Because of this. Talking about that on the Joe Budden podcast, they were talking about how if you listen to some of the past lyrics, that it sounds like it was something going on.
Yeah, I got that on the our producer would play that little song up on Facebook. I put on his called Nanya. But it had some stuff on there, and that was a few years ago when this was when he produced that, when August produced that.
Yeah,
3 years ago.
He's a young guy caught up. He's caught up. You know what I mean? Now he's in love, so he think. You know what I mean? I don't
he think.
Yeah, so Jada, I believe she probably not even. She's so grown with this.
Yeah,
she like little boy. Okay, I see. But no, you can't. We can't have an open relationship because he wanted to go public where they had an open.
There we go. Right there. Yeah, check this out.
Let's read it. What is that?
It's gonna be a song.
Can we turn the song about? Here?
Yeah, we can't hear it right now.
Okay, we're gonna turn it, fixing it right now. Let us know if you can hear it, Love You T.
Okay.
Asking who next to me? Why you care about who having sex with me? Now you all on my line, why you pressing me? Cause I got her legs open like sesame. What I got cooking with her ain't your recipe. Oh, she on her knees when she blessing me. With you, girl, I give you the best of me. But you said to me you wasn't ready to be what I needed. So I give you time to make me a priority. My feelings out there, you ignored it. Being realist, but you can't afford it. I paid a lot for it. The time I invested, you can't give it back. You can't get mad at the way I react. You got me feeling like it wasn't nice. Just an actress.
So they said that he wrote this for Jada. This was like a few years ago.
You can cut it out. Okay,
Well, he put her picture right in there.
Huh?
He put her picture right in there.
Oh, I didn't even see that part.
Her picture was right in there.
That's my thing. He's been doing this all for a long time. So why is everybody in shock? You already been hearing these things about him, and
because they were hiding it.
But how were they hiding it? Because people had threw out allegations about her being with a younger guy, and I don't know if it was my man.
It though, but
they would show them they would say little things.
They show
in the news, stuff like that.
But wasn't he her son's friend?
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
But why is this trending though?
Why is it all sudden trending?
But no, I don't understand why people see this to be so exciting.
Well, I mean, what else is going on in the world? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's that money bag. That's they're trying.
No, I agree, because if that was out several years ago,
right?
Clearly, with his lyrics and then slapping her picture right in there, that should have created controversy. So when it didn't drum up enough controversy, it was like, okay, we gotta take it to the next level in order for people. And so his public admission of it, I think took it to that next level for them to make a deal out of it. And now it's trending. So
yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And now they've been like that for a while. since they did the red table. They got to keep it fresh and keep new stuff spicy and comments is crazy. You know what I mean? So they've been doing a good job in their marketing.
They showing them
because it's people paying attention to it. So they definitely been doing a good job at marketing.
I would just say I mean, like you said, we don't know. So I think in my mind, I'll speak for myself. Like, I guess I compare, like I look at their actions and I automatically like compare it to the norm. Like you all and myself, like regular folks in relationship and life, because I'm like, her son must have felt some type of way. Like I can't like that. To me, that would cause contention in the household. Like, Mom, how are you having sex with my friend? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like you say, who knows how they live their life? That's Hollywood.
They definitely living in the open book though.
Yeah,
because how they put the kids and being with these grown people and their sexuality, they've been open and him kissing his son.
They door wide open.
Yeah, it's wide open.
Door wide.
So it's not like it's not closed. You know what I mean? I don't see this as I like you said, Lovey Child, maybe it's something to do, it's something to it's trending. Let's put my nose in and see what's going on. But I wouldn't like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't that kind of when I heard about it, I said, oh, I thought that's been going on.
But some people saying that's an affair. Some people like it ain't no entanglement, it ain't nothing.
Yeah, that's an affair. That's definitely an affair. Now that's what we need to be saying.
Right.
So what do we believe in that situation?
It's an affair with permission. Because I remember many podcasts ago, we talked about cheating, and is it cheating if the person knows? Because the implication is that she got Will's permission and Will was aware. So was it really like? I guess I'm using cheating and an affair not synonymously, which that may not be a fair.
What's it adultery then?
Yeah, it's you in adultery. I mean, you an adulterer. I mean, it's so. I mean, from that perspective, it don't really matter. You know what I mean?
But what if they went from marriage to life partnership? What if they not telling nobody that they marriage kind of dissolved and they went into a life partnership, which is like they together but they're separated? That's what that sound like to me.
Yeah, you got a point there, lady.
You could just say it,
huh?
You got a point there.
Yeah,
but they just say that. You know what I mean? What's wrong with just saying that, stepping out and say, guys, listen, this is what's going on with us. You know what I mean? I think it's up for the money. I think it's something to put some publicity, not on Will and Jada, but on my man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's about to drop his CD. You know what I mean? I think it's for, and then guess all of a sudden, Angela Yee is interviewing him.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
I mean, what? I mean, and all the people they get her to interview. I mean, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? I see.
You got a couple of comments here. Eugene says it seems they're pulling a Kardashian. And then Jasmine says so many were saying she wasn't owning it or being fake by calling it an entanglement.
Right. That's true too. Yeah, I wasn't owning it. And, I mean, it is what it is. You don't you is sleeping. I mean, even with the permission. Now, did he say that he was cool with that?
Did Will say that at the table? Because I watched it.
Okay, he didn't say that. He said he's saying he didn't say that.
He said they were separated during that time.
Oh, okay. So he's saying that he didn't, even if he cleaning it up or whatever. But he said he
said,
separate.
they stand by each other. He said, they stand by each other. They make sure each other,
But now,
you all, now let me ask you all and Lady B, congratulations, because Tone shared that you guys just celebrated your wedding anniversary. How many? 26. Woo!
Over 20.
Y'all pushing it, boy.
Yeah.
So many blessings to you guys, and many more years of prosperity in your marriage and all that good stuff.
Yes.
But do you all look at Will and Jada as a good example of a healthy marriage or covenant, with each other?
Well, I mean,
No, I don't.
Financially, they probably, they have the money,
Yeah, the
all of that.
part.
But in terms of, I mean, I don't know if I would say how I don't know, because that it would just only be I don't want to step into, you get what I mean? I don't really want to step into what they believe is right for them. You know what I mean? Biblically, they're wrong. Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Biblically, they're wrong, but in terms of
their own rights,
and what they see, I mean, that's what they do. You know what I mean? Everybody have consequences for what they do. You know what I mean? One way or another. But I mean, yeah, I mean, they like it. I love it. You see what I mean? But on the other piece to that is you're gonna be judged for it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it. It's not right for me, but you're gonna be judged for what you do. So that's I guess that's how I can leave it. I'll leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
yeah. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all all right over there? You know what I mean? Both y'all going up in there today? Okay, well, hey, just be easy now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be on that side, you know the neighbor, you know what I mean? And don't hope Jesus cut back when you're doing it. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? So, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
But I mean, but if they are not still married, they need to just be truthful and start talking about a life partnership thing, because I don't know the definition of that.
Yeah.
Because
I thought that's what the when you're gay, they say life. Do they say life? What is life partner with seniors? What is the terminology? Who brought that up? What did that terminology?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It does have some roots in the gay community, especially before it became legal to get married. They would say this is my life partner. Now what that definition has expanded to for the Smiths, I don't know.
Definition for life partnership. It is a family union of two people of the same sex concluded before a register in the Republic of whatever, and based on the principles of equality, mutual respect, of dignity, mutual assistance, and appreciation.
Okay, so they define it in a different, like the gay community. It sounds like the definition. Yeah. Am I right about that? I don't know.
In rights and
because you said it's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get married. So before they could get married, you know what I mean? That's what they
did that. But now on the other perspective, coming from this way, what is they terminology? What do they how they define life partnership? Is it the fact that you're my soulmate, and because you're my soulmate, I know how to locate you. I know where you are. We get along. We're in business and partnership. So I have that person. But now I still have this freak I got to get out of me. You get what I mean? So, and this freak is on the other side. Right. This is my love. This is my soul. My soulmate, we good. You know what I mean? But soulmate, even though we soulmate, it doesn't mean I'm going to ever lose attach of you. You get what I mean? So I'm going to still do what I want to do, but I know I can still, is that your definition? What do it mean? Right. So.
I mean, and if that is it, that's how it seems like it's playing out, right? That's how it seems like it's playing out. So like you said, it just really, it amazes me though, how, certain people's relationships, how they can endure some of the things that they put their relationships through. Yeah. That's like marriages where, the husband, job takes him to a totally different state for, or military where, they're gone for months at a time. Like, I guess it's, like you say, you have to determine what's going to work for you,
right.
In terms of what you would stand.
I was talking to I was in a conversation. I can't say any names in this, but I was in a conversation, and in this conversation, we were talking about something that someone else had said. And in that conversation went something like, I'm dating this girl, but I'm older. In fact, I'm way older than her. She's like in her 40s and I'm in my 70s, and if I know that she might want to be in another situation. I'm trying to keep it, you know, and I don't care because I know I can't handle, you know, this all the time. So if she want to go ahead and hang out, she cool. I'm cool with that. That's how the conversation went. You know what I mean? So I mean, there's people out there, you know what I'm saying?
And you know, truth be told, and this is all speculation. I have no fact to base this upon. But truth be told, I think a lot of people who have been married like 60 years, you know, like really long time. And I hate to say it, but I do. I think women have had to accept that from their husband for decades. You know what I mean? Knowing that their husband went outside the marriage, but you know, maybe they got, you know, some kids and they like, I really ain't pressed about getting, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he can go out there and mess with them, you know, but I know who he coming home to. I know where the bills getting paid, you know, other things become priority. And so they just accept the fact of what it is and they stay married and keep it moving. So I think women have probably been doing that for a very long time.
Yeah, they have. So so this situation to me, you know, it seemed like it's like a little boy toy type deal. This is my little treat. I'm gonna give you your little present while I'm traveling the world doing whatever I want to do. But here you can have this. You know what I mean? And he's so cute. You know, okay, you know what I'm saying, one of them kind of deals.
Oh my
and
goodness.
now you know he is the titles has been turned around. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of, I don't know if I would want that for me if I was a rapper. What do I rap about? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so,
he's an R&B, so look at so now what? You know what I mean? Like now that it's out in the open, are they still like you know, like you said, entanglement? So is it over now?
Yeah.
Is it done?
I heard it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard it was.
She said that he broke it off. That's what she said. So why did?
So that means that he can bring it back on. You know what I mean? If he want to. And then, hold on, but listen. So now here's the thing. Okay, so here it go right here. When did the breakup happen? Do anybody know?
Oh, I thought it was 4 years ago.
Oh, this is an old breakup?
Yeah.
And they haven't been back together since?
Right.
So they say?
That's so they say.
Oh, they say.
Right.
Yeah.
So how is this trending then?
Because I think he came out with it and she finally admitted to it. I think that's why it's trending, because prior to that, like Lady B said, it was denial. No, this isn't true. But she's finally publicly admitting that she did have, you know, an affair with this guy, an entanglement with this guy.
Right around the time his CD's supposed to drop. You know what I mean? So
marketing.
Yeah, so we gonna go ahead and we gonna cut it early today, guys. Guys, just stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys.
We're still coming out with more. I don't want to just be running it down so much now, so you guys can be entertained or whatever. Yeah, so it won't just run itself out, run its course. But guys, we do appreciate you. Definitely like and subscribe.
Yes,
guys,
absolutely.
Go to our Spotify, go to our what is the other?
Google,
Anchor. Google. Yeah, go there if you want to hear the pod. Until we see if we're going to bring everybody in, we got to figure that part out. For the radio part, it has to have a quality sound, not this, you know. So anyway, so guys, just check us out. We want you to be safe out there.
Stay safe
and be blessed.
And wear your mask, people, because until other something else, come Monday, the executive order is if you go in a public place, you have to wear your mask.
Or you're gonna be fine. So
or you're gonna be fine.
You'll be fine. I don't know about jail, but you'll definitely be fine. So, but yeah, definitely. That's like
real quick. Steve Harvey talked about how him and Bernie, they knew they couldn't smoke in like the auditorium that they were doing the Kings of Comedy at.
Yeah, I know about that.
And he said they just came through the door paying the fine.
Yeah,
because they was gonna smoke their cigar.
Smoke anyway. So yeah, if you got money like that,
hey,
you can bounce like that. I don't know if I'll do all that. Forget that. But guys, that's right. Be safe. Shout out to everybody. And we'll see you guys on our next episode.
That's right.
Holla.
Have a